Okay, here are 7 famous coffee drinks that people love so much they became popular around the globe. The important question is, have you tried them all? This video is sponsored by Startart. Irish coffee. Irish coffee is a classic coffee cocktail made by combining hot filter coffee with Irish whiskey and sugar, then topping it with a layer of lightly whipped cream. The warm coffee and whiskey blend is sipped through the cold, rich cream, making a unique contrast of flavors and temperatures. First step is to make filter coffee. We'll use an AeroPress and preheat the goblet-style glass with hot water. The basic recipe for Irish coffee consists of 4 parts of filter coffee, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 part of whiskey, stir well until the sugar melts, and 1 part of cream poured over a spoon to keep the visual separation. Now, if you want to learn more about Irish coffee, check out the video tutorial we made with our friend Alan Charar. Affogato is an Italian coffee dessert that consists of a scoop of vanilla ice cream topped with a shot of espresso. The hot coffee melts the cold ice cream, creating a deliciously rich and cream combination of flavors and temperatures. There are only 2 ingredients, vanilla ice cream and a shot of espresso. A simple recipe can be 2 parts of gelato and 1 part of espresso. Something like 50 grams of ice cream and a single shot of espresso would do. A cooled cup of glass will help you slow down the ice cream's melting to keep the Affogato's temperature contrast for longer. Our friend James Hoffman made a full video on making Affogato at home, so check this out for more information. Frappe. Frappe is an iced coffee drink from Greece, typically made by blending cheap instant coffee with cold water, sugar and ice cubes, served in a tall glass and sipped through the straw. A modern and more popular drink in Greece nowadays is Freddo Espresso, which uses fresh double espresso instead of instant coffee. We'll prepare both. For frappe, we use specialty instant coffee mixed with cold water, sugar if you prefer, and blend it together with a handheld frother for several minutes. For Freddo Espresso, we use double espresso poured over ice and mixed with handheld frother. Then we fill the tall glass with ice, pour a frothy coffee drink over it, and add a straw to mix. Unlike traditional espresso, frappe or Freddo Espresso is made to be drunk slowly. Sip through the straw and enjoy how ice slowly melts with coffee. I mean, to be honest, one of my favorite ways of drinking espresso. Before we get into next drink, it's time to say happy birthday, Startart! Our favorite print coffee magazine is celebrating 10 years anniversary. How crazy is that? Think about all the stories that could otherwise get lost online. Now, they are beautifully designed, printed and distributed to coffee lovers around the world, together with a sample of tasty specialty coffee. Now, if you are still in doubt whether to grab a yearly subscription or not, we worked with Startart to make it an easier decision. The first issue is on us. Go to standardmag.com/ECT and grab a free issue of selected Startart and just cover the shipping. Then you can decide if you keep the subscription or cancel it. It's completely up to you. Now, let's get back to making coffee. Dirty coffee. Dirty coffee is a trendy coffee drink popular across specialty cafes in Southeast Asia. In its essence, dirty coffee is hot espresso on cold milk served in a glass. A trick to keep espresso and milk layers separate and just slowly blending is to use a thicker and very cold milk. We often mix full-fat milk with condensed milk or heavy cream to achieve that, but we use partially condensed milk from Milbok that nicely mixes with coffee but doesn't overpower it. We use a nice simple glass that we fill in with 130 grams of chilled Milbok and then pour a single shot of espresso over the milk. It's served with no ice, no straw or spoon. You don't stir it to experience a dynamic interplay of temperatures and flavors as you sip through the cup. Recently, we made a full video about dirty coffee, so if you want to learn more about it, check it out. Flat white. Flat white is a milk espresso drink from Australia and New Zealand, but you can find it on the menu of most specialty cafes around the world. Compared to traditional cappuccino, it often has more prominent coffee flavor, a smooth texture with thin layer of microfoam on top, and often latte art. Typical recipe would be putting a double shot of espresso into a ceramic cup, steaming full-fat milk to velvety texture, ensuring it's smooth and without large bubbles. Then pouring the steamed milk over the espresso, aiming to create a creamy texture with a thin layer of microfoam on top. If you look at the cup, there shouldn't be any bubbles, flat surface. If the barista is skilled, not like me, you can expect some beautiful latte art design on the top. Warning, flat white can mean so many different things in different countries, so rather check with your barista. In Czech Republic, for instance, it's often served in glass. Vietnamese coffee is strong coffee brewed using traditional metal drip filter called fin, often using Robusta coffee beans, served over sweetened condensed milk. This method creates a rich, bold flavor that balances the intense coffee with creamy sweetness of the condensed milk. You can drink it as it is, but what's even more popular is pouring it over ice into a tall glass to have a refreshing iced version. Here is a simple recipe. Add 30 grams of sweetened condensed milk to the cup. Prepare a metal dripper and add 25 grams of ground coffee. Add the upper filter and fill in about 100 grams of hot water. Now, enjoy how coffee is dripping into condensed milk. It can easily take 5 to 10 minutes. Then stir it well and pour it into a tall glass filled with ice. This is the recipe we learned in Prague's Vietnamese cafe, Café Fin, and you can watch the whole video on our YouTube channel. Espresso Tonic. Espresso Tonic is a double shot of espresso poured over tonic water with ice. It famously originates in Sweden, where coffee roasters serve it as their signature drink called Café Tonic since 2007. Then it spread all over Europe and States as a refreshing coffee drink with exciting visuals. Here is a simple recipe. Fill a big glass all the way to the rim with ice. Pour over a good tonic and let it sit whilst you are preparing the espresso. In our case, we use a tonic syrup from our friends at the recipe, mixed with soda instead. Prepare espresso and pour the shot gently over the ice and serve it straight away. You can enjoy layers blending or stir it to have a complex taste mixed before sipping through it. There are many versions of this refreshing coffee drink, and we explore them all with our friend Tomo Laca in the video you can find on our channel. Now, as we walk you through the list of our popular coffee drinks from around the world, what did we miss? If we should make part 2 of this video, what should be included because it's coffee drink that you love? Let us know in the comments and we'll see you in the next video very soon. Bye bye.